Howdy folks, this is Dave from FireflyMinecraft.net, and I just wanted to do a quick tutorial on how our shop works here at the server. So the admin shop won't have items unless players sell items to it. So if we don't have any wool, that just means that nobody made a sheep farm and got a whole bunch of wool and sold it to the server. If you see that there's something that's not in the server that you could, or in the server shop that you could get, you'll probably make a lot of money by selling that to the server shop. So the way that we use the server shop, you have to come to spawn. So you type /spawn and go to spawn, and you'll see the server shops right in front of you. You walk into it and you'll see a prompt on the screen that says you've entered the shop area. You can type shop menu. Okay, and when you type shop menu, you're going to get this nice menu that has pretty much every item on the server in Minecraft that you can buy or sell. It also has some instructions down here. The enchants we don't have running on the server, but if you left click any of the items in here, you will purchase one of that item. If you hold down shift and you left click, you'll purchase 8 of whatever item you click, if it's in stock. And if you hold down shift and right click, you'll purchase an entire stack. To sell items to the shop, you actually click and drag them into the shop. So like if I wanted to sell half of these baked potatoes, I would just right click these and then drop them in here, and boom, I've sold baked potatoes. I sold 13 baked potatoes for $16.19. So go back into the shop menu. So when you mouse over things in the shop, you'll see that it says the price, which is how much you would pay if you bought it, the sell price, which is how much you would get if you sold it, and the total stock in the server shop at the moment. So right now there are no stairs or activator rails. There's one anvil. Okay, so if I wanted to buy that anvil, I would click on it and I would buy that anvil. Okay, so I bought one anvil for the $50, which was the server price, and half of that was tax. Okay, so if I go back into shop menu, you'll notice that the stock of the server shop has now been set to 0. I bought this anvil and the stock is now 0. So I can't buy another anvil. It says the shop does not have enough anvil. If I want to sell this anvil, I'll just click and drag it, and I drag it in there, and boom, it's sold. Okay. Now you'll notice that things kind of get stuck to your cursor here. If you want to get rid of those, just click off of the menu, and they just go away. They don't actually exist. They're on the server. They're just kind of a byproduct of the way this menu is built. These buttons, the forward one and the last page and the first page and the back one, are pagination buttons. So you can scroll through all the items, or you can go all the way to the end. If you're going to drag things into the server shop, I recommend going to the last page, because there's a nice empty area here, and then click and drag things into the very last page, and you don't have to worry about clicking things and accidentally buying them. You can click and drag things in there and sell them, but you can also use commands. Okay, the commands we have are there's the buy command. So let's say I wanted to buy that anvil again. Okay, so I buy anvil, and I bought one anvil for the $50, and there it is right in my inventory right there. Boom, I have an anvil. Okay, and let's say that I wanted to buy more than that. I would type buy anvil. Well, there are no anvils in there. Let's say bread. I wanted to buy some bread. Let's say I wanted to buy a stack of bread. So I would type 64, and then boom, I have a stack of bread here. The way the system works is you type /buy, and then the name of the item, and then the amount. of the item. If you want to buy as much as you can afford, you type max, and you'll buy as much as your current balance would allow you to buy. You can also buy more of the item that you have in your hand. So let's say I wanted to buy more dandelions. I would type held by. So that's going to buy more of the item I have held in my hand. Okay, and let's say I wanted to buy 10 more of them. So now I bought 10 dandelions for $5. So I typed held by 10, and I bought 10 more dandelions. That's a swell, but how do you sell things? Well, pretty much the exact same way, only with sell. Let's see, anvil, and we'll just sell one of them. So I sold one anvil, and you can see it's gone from my inventory. Down here, it's no longer there. But I can also do the held sell. 10, boom, I sold 10 dandelions. You can also use max on these. So let's say that I wanted to sell all these apples I have. I can type held sell, or you can actually just type HS, which is held sell, or HB, which is held buy, and it'll just do that. So if I type HS, I just sell one of the item I held in my hand. If I type HS5, I would sell 5 of the item. Now if I type HS max, I'll sell all of the item I have in my inventory. So boom, I sold 122 apples. They're all gone. Okay, and it doesn't matter, what kind of stacks you have in your inventory. If you wanted to sell all your bread, boom, I just sold all the bread and it cleaned up my entire inventory for me, which is good. The next one is pretty extreme. You can get rid of everything you have on you. Don't forget that includes armor and stuff. If you type /sell all, okay, it will sell absolutely everything you have on you, and it all goes away. So let's give myself a iron chest plate. Okay, so I gave myself a bunch of iron chest plates apparently. So if I'm wearing that iron chest plate and I type sell all, it actually doesn't sell your armor, which is great. That's a new update. So that's awesome. So it'll sell all the items you have in your inventory. Wow, I sold 63 iron chest plates for $6. Okay, so anyway, sell all. So I need to have some item in my hand here. Okay, so if I want to see how much something costs, I can type value. Okay, let's go with bread. Okay, so bread can currently be sold for 40 cents and can be purchased for 80 cents. Global Shop currently has 224 bread available. Okay, so if I want to buy bread, okay. So if I hold the bread and I type /HV, which is hand value or held value, it says the same thing. So, okay. So you can also type in item info to get the name, the IDs, how damaged your item is, if it's armor, any enchantments that are on the item and the names of those enchantments. So item info is really handy. You can also type in the ID or II, and then let's say 0. So 1. Okay, stone. Okay, so it tells you the general information about the item ID that you just put in. There's also top items. I believe you have access to this. So this will show you which items are most prominent in the shop. So you'll see that there's 50,000 cobblestones sold at the shop so far. So we got plenty of that. And it lets you, it's paginated, so if you wanted to see what the rarest items are, you would go to page 29. There is .05 iron shovels in the server shop. I don't know how you have 0.05% of a shovel or 5% of a shovel, but you apparently can. There's also the ability to browse shop. Okay, so if I wanted to browse shop and I wanted to, let's say, browse for swords. Okay, so it'll give me a list of all the different types of swords that are available and the costs. So there are 31 diamond swords available for $202.50 each. Okay, so that's the way that works. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything in the shop. Hopefully you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, please ask a moderator.